Hello, nerd and nerdettes! Welcome to TheNerdCave Games. My name is Brian, and today we're doing the first ever progress video for my new RuneScape series. So basically speaking, I am going to try to do all of the quests in old school RuneScape, and that's sort of how it's going to start off, and then from there we'll see how it goes. But I've created an account, and the way I'm going to do these videos is I'm going to show you all of the progress that I've made in just the basic format. That way, if you don't feel like watching the whole thing, you don't have to, and you can just sort of see the small bits of progress as I go. And then once I do the generic progress, I'll go into how I actually achieved that. So I skipped a couple of things just because I wasn't quite sure if I was going to do the series. So I don't have any like footage of Tutorial Island or any of the smaller skills that I've done. But we're just going to start off by showing the bank and bank progress. So I currently have 321k. Now I had about 600k on this account, and I've spent it on skills such as crafting and fletching and a couple other things there. A lot of this money was purely made from fishing. Fishing lobsters makes you a ton of money. Before lobsters, not so much. So that's basically how I started. I created the account. I did a couple of quests, then went basically straight into fishing and wood cutting, and then so on and so forth. So it's a very easy way to make money. The first 10k I made, which allowed me to sort of continue on from there, was just from doing the stronghold security thing that gives you 10k when you're finished. So I did that, got 10k, and then from there just sort of invested in a little bit of skills, went on, and then made a bunch of money. So 321k is not a lot of money. However, for only having the account for about a week, it's pretty reasonable. So that's in the first tab. The next tab, I haven't arranged my tabs like to the master effects yet because I've had the account for a few days. I'm just sort of setting up as I go. So we've got money and then some runes for magic. Haven't really trained magic at all. But just some generic runes that I've collected from killing monsters and such. A couple of talismans for creating runes. I did do some rune crafting, so that's good. Teleport necklaces, teleport tabs, because I can't actually teleport anywhere with teleport skills, because I just don't have the levels yet. So I've been buying those teleport tabs. Now, this is not an Iron Man account, it's just a regular account, and as I said, the whole purpose is to get the Quest Cape. So as I'm skilling, I'm only skilling up to the level needed to get the Quest Cape. So I'll go in my skills afterwards, but magic is definitely on there, but for now, just making things quick. Camelot teleport gets me to Catherby for fishing, so on. So there's that. Couple other things. Next, we move into the skilling tab. I tried farming for about 3 minutes and just got sick and tired of it. And plus, you level up 15 skills or so by doing the Fairy Tales Part 1 quest. So I'm gonna skip all of the potato farming and just do that quest to get some skills. Did a little bit of mining, so I can use a mithril pickaxe, and then a bunch of crafting, and then wood cutting. I already have a dragon axe, so that goes into perspective of how fast you can sort of level up. I can't wield the dragon axe, and I'm nowhere even close to wielding adamant armor, or adamantine. I don't even know if I can wear mithril yet. Maybe not even. I don't know, but I have a dragon axe, which is pretty good when you're a first week account. So you're talking about, that's about 300k. So as I said, maybe I've hit a mil. Probably not exactly a mil, but definitely up there, because 300k for the axe, that's 600k, and I've at least spent about 300k on skilling so far, and that's all from fishing lobsters. Fishing lobsters is very, very fast. So there's that, and then this tab is just all the clothing items that I've collected, some from random events. The hand boots I got I just found them on the ground, and you need the full set for later on for another quest, so I figured I'd pick those up. And then I haven't played in a while, so I was back when I did play, it was the party hat was a thing to get. So since they did the Christmas crackers and everything, I went and spent 60k on a Christmas cracker, cracked it open, and I got a red party hat, and it was probably a waste of money because I got that and the one of the necklaces, this one right here, the holy symbol, which is worth like 5k. So in total it was like 30k, 35k, and I spent 60. So I lost some money, but I've always wanted to do the Christmas crackers, so we did that. And then basic clothing here. This is gonna probably turn into my like quest tab, you know, those like stupid rewards you get from quests, because a lot of quests require you to like still keep it. Like Silverlight isn't like that big of a useful weapon, but you need it later on for other quests. So definitely want that. And then this is just an armor tap. So as I said, I'm doing this for the quests. Back when I actually had an account in the old school realm, I did achieve the Quest Cape, and then I stopped playing for a couple of months, and then they released a bunch of more quests in RuneScape 2, and I just never able to get it again. So because I've done all of these quests, like the ones that are currently released, before, I already know how to do them. I just want to do it again, and I want to do it as fast as possible, because back when I played, I originally started playing when I was in elementary school, and I'm a sophomore in college now. So a very long time ago, and it was like, oh my god, you hit 40 in this skill? Like, how long must it have taken you? You're like, I've been playing for about a month, and I've already skilled way past that already. So it's just knowing knowledge of the game, and it allows you to level up pretty quick. So progress-wise, that's a very simple bank, and it's probably going to get much bigger. My skills aren't that high, so I can only really have, leather, but then you go to wood cutting and I've got a dragon axe. So it varies all over the place. If you're looking for money and you're a new account and this video is sort of inspiring you to get out there and start figuring stuff out, I definitely suggest practicing fishing or skilling up in fishing, because that is a good way to make money, and it's much better than, say, like flax or one of those, and you need the skills. So speaking of skills, combat, I'm a level 19, and then going into these skills, very few skilling for the actual attacking skills. Range, I have been practicing range or skilling up. Nothing in magic, a little bit in rune crafting, 39 crafting. So crafting, I only need to get, well, I'll go over all of these and what I'm going to get. So attack, you only need level 20 to complete all the quests. You need more because you have to, attack monsters that are much higher levels. So I'll definitely have to get that up. But 50 strength, 65 defense, 60 range, 50 prayer, 66 magic, 50 rune crafting, 34 construction. So that construction's, it's a little costly, but 34 is not that difficult to get, and I can probably get that in a couple of hours with the materials and stuff. 10 hit points. So I have passed the hit points goal, the HP. You only need 10. I don't know how you would get 10 with the other skills, but you only need 10. 59 agility, haven't started training that yet. 57 herblore, haven't started training that either. Haven't started training thieving. 61 crafting, so I'm still about 22 levels away. But it definitely gets costly now, because you can get there making mostly coifs, which use regular leather. So I think I need 5,000. No, maybe not 5,000. It's some ridiculous number of cowhides turned into leather, or some ridiculous amount of leather, and that's not cheap. It's going to cost me about maybe a mil and a half, maybe 2 mil just to get up to that. It's about what I'm expecting, but I should be able to get there next week or so, but I will be doing some quests to see if that'll level up. Fletching, 50, and you only need 50, so fletching, I did that in literally an hour and a half. Maybe even less than that. That's how fast that skill levels up. Slayer, you only need 42, but Slayer is once again a skill that if you don't really have high attack levels, you need stuff to level that up. And Slayer is sort of unleashed when you start doing quests, and I haven't really gotten that far in the actual quests, which is the whole purpose of the count. So Slayer, I'll start getting that up and start training that, but 42, Slayer takes time. That's the big thing. 27, Hunter, I can get that in couple hours, not that bad. 60 mining, that one's gonna be a little bit tough, because mining takes a while. 65 smithing, only level 9. Smithing is probably the most expensive skill. I believe it is the most expensive skill in the game. So when I get money, we'll get some smithing done. But you do acquire quite a bit of smithing experience from doing quests. And I believe the one that we actually maybe make silverlight, but that'll give me some smithing. So smithing is slow starting off. I don't suggest smithing. It's you can mine and then smith. It's gonna take you forever. So just do quests, and you'll get smithing up that way. 62 fishing, so this is what I did basically to get all those lobsters, and made all that money. But I have achieved 62, and you only need 62, so fishing is done. 70 cooking. Cooking is also a very fast skill, so that one, getting that up to 70 is not that bad, but well, it's going to cost a little bit of money. 50 fire making, very simple skill. That one's pretty cheap as well. 65 wood cutting, and I need 71 wood cutting. Now, wood cutting I can get. It'll take about 2 days. So by this next update video, you should probably expect like 67, 68 wood cutting. Dragon Axe speed things up. Maples are pretty quick. So there's that one. And then farming, as I said, I got that one level by raking weeds. That's it. I killed the potatoes that I tried to grow, and I raked weeds, and I got to level 2. But you will get farming experience from doing quests. So now on the quest tab, starting off, I've done Cook's Assistant, Dork's Quest, Ernest the Chicken, Goblin Diplomacy, Imp Catcher, The Restless Ghosts, Rune Mysteries, Sheep Shearer, started Romeo and Juliet, but that's only because the guy came up and talked to me, and he's like, you're welcome to the quest. And you're like, what? Haven't done any of the members' quests yet. So, literally, I said I've only had this account for a couple of days, and I've already got 62 fishing and some other skills. I would expect to get the Quest Cape in about 3 months. I want to get it before summer. It is currently March, and I would like to get it June, July. That would be great. So there are these. Black Knight's Fortress, pretty quick. I'm going to have quest guides out for all of these coming up. I've recorded most of them. There were a couple quests at the beginning I did, like, I want to say The Restless Ghost and Cook's Assistant. I don't have, and maybe Rune Mysteries I won't have a quest guide for, that I haven't recorded, but I'm going to create another account just to get those quests out of the way. So you're going to see a quest guide for all 200 and something of these quests coming out. I'm going to have lots of videos coming out on this channel, and I want to get as many videos as possible. So quest guides, definitely. And they're going to be a mixture of regular and then Ironman, because although this is not an Ironman account, a lot of people are playing on Ironman accounts, so making quest guides that sort of relate to them are great. And that pretty much just explains how to do the quest without going to the GE. So the GE is now in this game. If you're playing now, you will know that the GE has been released into this game, which makes things a lot easier. But if you're on an Ironman account, you actually have to go out and get the materials. So I am going to show people how to do that. A lot of quests, it's not that bad. But there are some things that can get a little tricky. So you'll be seeing very detailed quest guides, like even something as simple as like Goblin Diplomacy. You can do that quest in about a minute. But because I had to make all the dyes, it takes a little bit longer. So quest guides take a little bit longer when you actually have to go get the materials instead of just buying them. But I'll have stuff coming out. So that's it for quests. As I said, none of these. Hopefully I can get most of the free quests done within the next week, and then move straight into members quests, and these start ticking these off, because some of them, literally minutes worth of quests. Nothing here. Prayer, as I said, 14. That's pretty much it for that. So yeah, that's just a rundown of all the skills, the quests, my bank, and this is pretty much the style of all these videos. This one I have talked and rambled on a little bit, so I'll condense them down as we go. But for the first one, I just wanted to talk, get some things out, explain what I'm going to be doing, and just add extra content, because I know some of you out there are probably just creating accounts and found this and want to know what to do. So if you choose the route of questing, this is going to be the ideal guide for you, because you can just follow along and see how things go. But if you're just watching for fun and you wanted to see my progress, that's just an explainer of how things are going to go. And then once I get the Quest Cape, who knows what I'll do next. But I want to do a series, finish it, feel a little bit of accomplished that I wasted hours of my life playing this game, and get something out there that's pretty cool. I like it, and I definitely like quests. There are some that I could say, no, they're terrible. And then there are some that I think are great and I absolutely enjoy. And there's some where you get to just go to cool places and explore, and that's interesting. We're seeing what games can create in that. That's what I like doing. The games that are just or the quests that are all just like talk to this person, talk to this person, talk to this person, do this puzzle, do this, do this, do this. I mean, RuneScape has realized that, and that's why. And some of these quests you just pay money, and you just get to skip the puzzle. But some of these I think are great quests. Underground Pass was, I believe, I think I had like a headache doing this quest, so doing it again, that one will be fun. But as I said, yeah, I've done all of these, just not on this account. So you'll see all of these quests getting ticked off. It'll be fun. It's the goal of what I'm going for. So don't expect to see any like 99s within these next couple months, because it's just not what I'm going for. I've stopped fishing. I'm no longer fishing again. I will receive experience for fishing. I probably will pass 63 by the time I get the Quest Cape, but it's not something I'm not going straight to fishing. On my actual account, which I no longer use and nor remember how to get on, I have about 5 or 6 Quest Capes. So I have gotten 99 befores, or gotten 99, yeah, gotten 99 before in the game, in a couple different skills. Mainly, I got fishing, fletching, fire making, wood cutting, rune crafting. I want to say that's it for that. Maybe it was one other skill. I'm not quite sure. But I have played this game. I know what's on in this game, and I know how to skill and level up. So it'll be fun. Thank you all for watching this segment, and now I'm just going to move straight in and showing you clips of what I did to basically get to that. So they're going to be like small little guides that show you how to sort of skill up and get to how I got to here. So if you're a brand new account, this is great for you. You can just watch it and skill up. You can almost consider this a guide to get Quest Cape. Although I don't know what I'm going to title it, but that's what it's going to be. So thank you all for watching up to this bit, and now we are just going to move straight into the tutorial. Alright, so first starting off, to make 10k, you're going to want to head to Barbarian Village, which is in between Varrock and Falador. You can look it up on your minimap, but there is this entrance hole. So you're going to climb down into the security stronghold, and here is where there are a lot of different monsters running around, but you're basically, when you pass through the doors, it'll ask you questions and then basically allow you to continue. So moderator asks you, tell them no and report them. So you go through the whole place, and then when you're done, you get to the bottom. So I'll just quickly skip to the bottom and show you what it looks like. So once you make it all the way down to the bottom of this creepy bone skull place, there's just a Cradle of Life baby stroller. Click on it. You make the money as you go through each level. So on each level of this, there's basically this. I'll leave the guide to the security stronghold in the description below. But you make the 10k, and then you get these boots. So you can either get the fancy boots, or there's an option to get them with studs. I just went for the fancy boots. But that is how you make your first initial 10k in the game. For the skills as wood cutting and fishing, you can just come here into Draenor Village, where there are normal trees, oak trees, and then over on this side there are willow trees. Willows, and then there's also your fishing locations. So this is where you want to level up till you can fish trout and salmon. Then you want to head basically to Barbarian Village, which I just showed you in the last clip, and use fly fish to get trout and salmon till you get up, and then you get to lobsters, so on and so forth. So that's how I got woodcutting. Woodcutting basically came here, regular logs, then oak logs, then willow logs, and then you can move to maple logs. But it's great. You can chop them down here, run over to the bank them, and then you're all set. Also, if you need to get fire making too, a lot of people just go down here, this strip, making fires, because they're basically burning all the wood they just chopped down, or you can use it for fletching and make it that way. Other places that are here, while we're at it, when I decide to get thieving up, this is a great place to thieve as well. So next we're going to move to Catherby and show you what you can do in that area. Just as a quick note while I'm in Camelot, this is where I've been cutting down the maples, trying to level up my woodcutting level. So right here is where you do the maples, right next to the bank, and then south of here is Catherby. And now I'm in Catherby, and this is where I've been lobster fishing and basically just getting up to that 62 fishing level. All done here. Once you hit, I believe, 40 fishing, you can get here. Fishing lobsters, make you a little bit of money, so you get some money in the bank to buy stuff. So I've been just switching from here to woodcutting, make some money, bought the Dragon Axe, so on and so forth. And now we'll just move to Varrock and go over the last couple of skills. My last set of skills for this part, we have already gone over a lot of these, but crafting and fletching were pretty much done at the GE. I would buy the logs, fletch the highest thing I could make, and then did that basically all the way up till 50. And same thing with crafting. I would buy the leather or the hard leather, make as much as I could. I also did a little bit of tanning at one point where I would buy the cow hides from the GP. I even killed some cows, but that is how you would level up crafting. But guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Leave your suggestions and everything else in the comment section. You can find me on all the social medias, which will be linked in the description bar. I'm going to leave you guys here, so get out there, do your best, and successful follow. Have a super fantastic day.